record. Welcome back to the Beauty Birds podcast. And by the time you're listening to this, who knows what week of social distancing. Due to the current state of the universe, we've decided to continue our Beauty Birds After Dark specials for the foreseeable future. So with makeup on, nail polish on, and drinks in hand, Tara and Beka here to talk about shit we like. And today we're talking about nail polish. Finally.
Wait. First, what's on your nails and what are you drinking?
I actually ran out of my boozy drinks, so I just have water right now. I have a lot on my nails right now. I'm wearing 4 different shades of green from Cirque Colors, which is one of my favorite indie brands. I did like a little gradient nail. And then the 5th shade I'm wearing is from one of my other favorite brands, lacquer.
I absolutely love that. You bought that as like a gradient set, right?
Nope.
No? I thought didn't you buy something where it was like they sent you the gradient?
Yes, it was June is the brand that sells like you can get like a set of 5 and it's in a gradient. I got like a neutral set though.
Okay. Either way, love the brand Cirque.
Yes.
And I absolutely love the colors that you chose and what you did with it with the gradient. It's one of my favorite like kinds of manicures to give yourself.
I'm wearing Wall Street, Beatnik, Hustle, and Electric Daisy.
I love it. It looks so cool.
And then from Lacquer, I'm wearing Riddle, which is this dark green that has like neon green. They're not sequins because they're not shiny, but it's like little flakes.
Like plastic flakes, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, what's on your nails today?
I got a lot going on, so I'll show you what it is first. For everybody who is listening, not watching, there are 2 little googly eyes on my ring finger, and then like a glitter gradient on the rest of the nails. So what I have going on is I used a rounded like dotting brush, and I used Sally Hansen's Hard as Nails Extreme Wear in white. And then it's the brand Kiss, which is just like a drugstore brand, whatever, but it's the thin brush, and I just dotted this on. And then, okay, this is from Hot Topic, and I don't even know the brand. I think it's called Blackheart, and it's just like beautiful.
Shaped like a skull?
Oh, you betcha.
That's so extra.
I have another one somewhere. I love it so much. I don't know the brand. It was like $5 at Hot Topic, but I love the glitter in it is actually really beautiful. It's a silver, it's silver base, but it has like a rainbow reflectiveness to it.
I like that.
And then because I didn't think that was enough, I also have LA Girl Color Pop in Sparkler on too. So yeah, there's a lot going on. My nails, whenever I actually like do them, are very extra.
You've always been good with the nail art though, at least as long as I've known you.
Yeah, I actually started as a nail blog. I Drink Wine and Paint Nails was my pen name on Instagram.
Yeah, that's how we met.
It is. And then I quickly realized how long it took to sit in a room and film and take pictures of nail tutorials all day with like very little ventilation and having a full-time job. So that was like, I did what I could. And then I eventually was like, I have to find a new hobby.
Well, you should bring some just regular photos back to Instagram.
You know, I will. I don't have that much time to do my nails anymore, but what I was thinking of doing was posting some of the older ones just because like I really did love the work that I did because I used I have everything sitting in front of me. Like detail brushes, like these little like, oh my God, this one's so messed up right now. And like the little stippling ones. So like I've got the tools, I just don't have the time.
I actually have so much like nail art equipment. I bought like a whole stamping set. I have like the little tape to like block things off, and I've never actually had the nerve to try any of it yet.
I don't know if I have any tape. I might have like 1 roll of tape left. No, I don't think I have any tape left. I'm like dumping out. So I went crazy. There's this website.
Sorry,
I think it's a website.
Really
I think it's a website called Born Pretty. And
yes.
I have so many of their little like glitters and like not confetti. What is this stuff called?
Glitter.
Is it glitter?
Just like loose
but it's
glitter.
but like it's big and chunky plastic. You know what I'm talking about?
glitter. I
Okay.
have these like stencil things. I even have these stickers that are you're supposed to like block off your nails so you can do French manicure.
Oh, neat.
I have tape in various widths.
I used to have tape. I don't know where it
like
went.
full stamping sets. I have
I
dotting
have.
tools, and then I just chickened out and like literally have used none of it.
Oh, I will make a folder for when we do a blog post of all of the manicures of my past, but like I have rhinestones. I have this is the coolest thing ever. It's like you cut it yourself in whatever shape, and it's like reflective, multi-chrome.
Like the shattered glass look.
Oh, I love it. And then I have silver and gold flakes also for the nails. Yeah, big fan. So like I have the tools for success. I just don't have the time for success.
All right. Well, I came up with a couple questions. This isn't an official tag, but nail polish is a thing I love, and I really wanted to talk about it today.
It is a love of my past. So,
all right. So I realize that you're not buying as much as you used to, but what is your, how do you buy nail polish? Are you just like a walk into the drugstore and wander around, or what's your deal?
Yeah, so I kind of treat nail polish the same way I treat paint, where I mainly just buy the colors, and if I need something, I just mix them together. So I have a lot of like various drugstore brands that I know are like good enough quality. I'm holding a red now from like Sally Hansen. So like as long as I have my Roy G. Biv and then a couple of glitters, I'm kind of fine. So I just buy cheap.
I feel very extra right now. I fully ignored your warning at the end of last summer when I saw Cirque colors for the first time.
Oh,
and
so
you
pretty.
were like, don't do it because you're going to buy indie nail polish and then you're going to fall in love with indie nail polish and then everything else is going to be bad and you're never going to want to buy anything else. And you were right.
I know. That's why I don't buy much indie nail polish. I have a couple here and there. I'm trying to find like I have from the brand ILNP, which is I think is just stands for I Love Nail Polish.
Yes, I have.
So like I have some like shifty top coats and stuff like that, but like solid colors I just buy from the drugstore. But anyway, you buy a lot of indie nail polish.
I buy a lot of indie nail polish. Well, a lot less than I feel like I went for like a solid 4 or 5 months of buying a lot, and now I basically own everything and don't really buy much unless there's something really special. And I'm also pretty good at destashing things that I'm not using.
You are.
A lot of the times I send them to you. A lot of the times I send them to my sister. I sell some of them if they're like very gently or not used.
You sent me this one.
Yes, from KL Polish.
R.I.P.
Disbanded. But so indie means I'm buying a lot of nail polishes online. And for a while I was very obsessed with Polish Pickup, which is like a once a month themed nail polish shop that only opens for like, it's like Friday to Monday, like the first weekend of the month.
Do you still do that?
Not really. I stopped mostly because we were getting ready to move.
Mm-hmm.
But also I realized that I was basically only enjoying the same couple of brands that I already know that I like. And at this point, I have basically every color I could imagine and like every variation of like a cool color with speckly things in it. And actually, like, except for a one-off here and there, haven't really bought nail polish for the last few months.
Okay, that's fair. I honestly can't. Oh, I found the other skull one. It's a black glitter.
Those are really nice.
Right? They're from Hot Topic. I just had like a enlightened moment where I realized that I buy nail polish the same way I buy eyeshadow, which is I cover my bases with matte shadows and then just buy glitters to apply on top of it rather than buy like a glitter like any kind of the polishes you were describing that have like flakes in them and stuff like that.
I would say that's the bulk of what I've bought in the last of the polishes that I have bought maybe in the last 4 months, 5 months at this point have mostly been those kind of like special I think they're called Crelly. Is that the right word? But it's sort of like a semi-sheer, like milky color
Yeah.
polish that has either like glitter or flakes or some combination of that in it.
Hmm.
That's probably the bulk of what I buy anymore.
It
Because
is. And
I have all my like basic colors covered at this point.
right. So I don't buy the cool ones that you do. I'll just buy like a glitter that I apply with these little like cotton, not cotton. What are these? Like the makeup sponges. You know the cheap ones they sell in the store.
Yeah, like the foamy wedges.
Yeah. So I just put glitter on the wedge to like stamp it onto my nails.
I like really I always feel I'm like I'm so creative and then I talk to you and I'm like shit.
To be fair, nail art has been my game since I was like 16.
I actually just learned to paint my nails myself in the last maybe 3 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my
Like
God, I would have thought you would have been doing it for like, oh, you're good.
well, that's why I'm such a chicken shit about nail art. I've been so scared to try everything. I've always gotten, not always, but like I probably started getting my nails done, like going somewhere to get them done with my mom starting when I was a teenager.
Yeah.
I went through an acrylic phase for a hot minute, very Philly acrylic phase. I did gel for a while, but a couple years ago, like I would say maybe 2017,
Okay.
late 2017, I started getting into doing my nails myself.
Um, as someone from Jersey, I live in a glass house and can throw no stones when it comes to acrylic nails. However, that being said, I've never had acrylic nails and I've never had gel. I've only ever had like a basic manicure. And my
You've never
love
had
for
acrylic?
no,
Wow.
yeah,
Are you allowed
my
in Jersey still?
no, I'm actually that's why we're in Pittsburgh. They found out and they told us to leave. It
Kicked you out.
was real scary. Um, but yeah, my love for nail art started when I was like 13. I used to get my nails done, and like, remember when they used to do? They still do it, I'm sure. Like the spray manicures, where they like spray a stencil of
Vaguely?
like a floral print or something. Either way, they would do it at where I went with like my mom, and I remember being like, "Oh, that's super cool. I want to try that on my own," but obviously couldn't get like a sprayer thing, so I would have like a detail brush and I started making like little swirls, and that's how it started.
That's
I'm
so
gonna,
cool.
this is my jam. So, like, when we do our blog post, I'm going to post like a timeline of my nail art and just like show off some of my
Yeah,
things
can
because
we
I
do
don't,
like a carousel of it, like a scrolling?
heck yeah, because I never do it anymore just because I have a baby and I can't really like, I can't dedicate enough time to not just do my nails, but then also have my hands be useless for like an hour to like make sure it dries.
So after we're done recording, since Marshall's already asleep, you're gonna go do your nails, right?
That is what I did yesterday for this episode. I waited till he fell asleep at like 9:30, and then I stayed up until midnight doing my nails.
Took you that long?
You know, I have in my notes for later when we talk about our routine. It was mainly the prep work that took like an hour.
Okay. I was gonna say, because then I feel less bad that my nail art attempts have sucked because I definitely don't take that long to do it.
No,
Okay,
it was a lot of
so
prep work.
I was gonna ask, how often do you paint your nails? Do you get them done or give yourself a proper manicure? And I know the answer already, but how's your nail painting frequency changed with Marshall?
It actually changed before Marshall when we moved to the apartment, just because I feel like I had a lot of things to do. Whether that was unpacking because we had moved, just getting everything ready for him in general. So like I haven't really had the proper time to sit down and do something fun with my nails in about 2 years now. I know.
That's so sad. Wait, have you
um,
guys been in Pittsburgh for 2 years already?
we moved here end of January 19. It is March, but um, yeah, so I guess like a year and a half ish.
I was gonna say, I'm like, I didn't
But
think you
like
were that
even when we
long.
were gearing up to move, it took us like 2 months to like get everything ready to go. So like it's been a while.
Can relate there.
So yeah, I don't remember what the question was.
How often are you doing them?
Not often. I actually a lot of people after he was born gifted me nail wraps, and they just were like, "You're never gonna have time for your nails again. Here you go." And at first, I was just kind of like, "Oh, lame." And then last month, I tried one. It was a brand from Sephora. No, it was a. They don't do nail polish anymore. It was a brand from Ulta. I really wish I remembered it. I don't remember the brand name. I will try to find it so that we can like link it because it lasted on my nails for about 3 weeks. It was incredible.
Wow.
And it
I've
was
never
really
tried
pretty.
the wraps.
Yeah, so the nail wraps were really awesome. They lasted for much longer than I thought they would. There are a lot of really cool brands that like I've looked into ever since I tried them. My only warning here is that there's one MLM, which is a multi-level marketing brand that
I was just going to
tries,
say that too.
yeah, that tries to sell you nail wraps, and you should not buy them. You should not support MLMs. And we'll go in one day and like explain why. But if you're going to start searching for nail wraps after you hear this, avoid the brand Color Street.
I think there's another one.
Is there?
I don't know. Avoid all multi-level marketing. If you have to like, if somebody else has to sell it to you and you like can't order it directly from the website, don't buy stuff from brands like that. And we will definitely have like an MLM episode.
We're gonna do we'll do an MLM episode, and then I'll make sure I find all of the nail wrap brands that are MLM so we can link it below so that you do not buy from them.
Yes, please.
But yeah,
I want some.
Yeah, no, this brand was amazing. They had some really cute designs. They're all my like Ulta favorites right now. Pretty cheap too. It was like $7.99 for 3 weeks worth of nail polish.
Cheaper than a manicure. I think before we moved, like late summer, early fall, I was probably painting my nails like twice a week.
Wow, that is so often.
Yeah, it was just, I was really like having fun.
Yeah, I can tell. That's awesome.
And then depression because Oregon, and then we moved, and I thought I was gonna like jump right back into it, but it's basically been like once every couple weeks.
No, like once you get out of the habit of painting your nails, even if you have the time, it kind of just becomes something that you forget about, I think.
Yeah, Nick's birthday party was a couple weeks ago, and I like hadn't done my nails for 2 weeks before then, and I kept saying I was going to do them for the party, and then all I ended up doing was like a nail treatment and putting some glitter on top of it, and then like today was the first time I did my nails. We've been in quarantine, whatever, social distancing for like, I think I counted that today was day 17, and today was the first time that I painted my nails.
Yeah, I also have noticed that my skills have declined a little bit from not doing it. Like I used to be very precise with like a very thin brush, and now my lines are a little bit more sloppy, and I used to be able to use both of my hands, left or right, and now there's like a very noticeable difference with my left hand.
I feel like my skills aren't that great anyway, but Nick was next to me today while I was painting them. He's like, "Oh, you've gotten so fast and so good." And I was like, "Oh, well,
there you go.
Cool."
Hell yes.
All right. I came up with a silly question, which is funny because you were just saying there's a difference. Okay. So do you paint your dominant hand first or second, or do you alternate?
It depends. So if I'm just doing like let's say I'm just doing like a solid color, I go to my left hand first and then I do my right hand. But if I am doing like a look, like let's say, because one time I did Burberry stripes, right? I will go through and do like the white lines on every nail, left, right, and then the black lines on every nail, left, right, and then like, so like I go through each step on both hands. I don't just like do my left hand first and then my right hand.
Okay. So I'm left-handed.
You're left-handed?
Yeah, I'm left-handed.
I didn't know that.
Sorry to disappoint literally everyone.
No, you're the opposite.
Sorry to disappoint.
Sorry, that was just like a new makeup opposite fun fact.
So I always do base coat on both hands.
Yeah.
And then I paint my right hand first with one coat.
Yeah.
And then my left hand, and then the second coat on my right hand, and the second coat on my left hand, and then top coat.
Yeah, so if there were more like details in between that, you'd probably go through the line and then start over between each step.
Yeah, I basically do right hand, left hand, and then the next step, and then the next step. Yeah. But some people will do like their entire one hand first, and then their entire other hand.
I can't do that because there's so many times where I thought I was doing one thing, and then like as I went through it, I was like, oh, you know what? That looks more like mountains than it does geodes. I think my manicure's mountains now. So I feel like I had to go on the journey with all of the nails to get that. If I had just done one hand, I don't know. I guess it would have worked out, but I think I like the idea of.
But I don't have the patience because you have to wait for it to dry before you can do the next coat.
Oh God!
And in that time, you could have done the other hand. So how do you prep your nails when you're doing them yourself? What do you do?
A lot apparently, because when I did my nails last night, it took me like an hour to prep them and then like 20 minutes to do the nails, not even.
Okay, so what'd you do?
So the first thing I do is soak my nails in water so that my cuticles get like wet and like soggy. And then I also put on, I have the cuticle instant remover from Sally Hansen, and then I go in with like a little cuticle brush and just like clean them up a little bit, push them back, tidy them. And that takes like about a half an hour, honestly. It wouldn't take that long if I did my nails more often, but because I only do it like once a month, it's a process. So that took about 30 minutes. And then after that, I take a nail file and I like to do a rounded shape with my nails.
I like to do whatever shape I can manage. I'm bad at that.
I used to be a square, like very square nail kind of person, but lately I've been doing round, more like an ovally round. So I go in.
So you can take the jersey out of the girl.
You can. I know. That was very Jersey of me.
Sorry, yeah, so there's nothing wrong with New Jersey. I just like to make fun of Tara. Nick is also from New Jersey.
So yeah, I used to be a devout square, but now I do rounded. So I go back and then I round them all out. Then after I round them out, I look back and see if any of my cuticles, now that my nails have dried, still need help. And if I do, I just like clean up a little bit more. I throw some oil on it. Hang on, Devin's peeking into the door.
We'll cut that out, right?
Now. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, then I go in and I make sure that everything looks good cuticle-wise. I throw some oil on them, which I can't find, but it was also from the Born Pretty website. Throw some oil on it. Throw a base coat on while the oil is soaking in, because I kind of like make sure that it doesn't touch the nail. And I make sure the base coat dries entirely, because the worst thing about doing your nails is if you do not wait for each layer to dry, it like compacts how long your nails in general will take to dry. So like if you just do everything and put like 4 coats of nail polish on without letting any of them dry, it's just like this mega thick layer that now is going to take like an hour to dry, rather than like do a coat, let it dry, do a coat, let it dry.
Yeah, that's part of why I alternate.
So yeah, I do the base coat, let that dry completely. Then I go in and do whatever I was planning to do, top it off with a top coat, and then I sit there forever like a clown with some wet nails.
Your prep process is way more intense than mine. I feel like nail polish and my nails, like the chemical reaction, not great. Like my nail polish chips and starts peeling very quickly, typically.
So does mine. I don't know why.
I have some tips for you.
Thanks. I always thought I was just too rough with my hands, like always cleaning and like doing shit.
Number 1, stop soaking your nails.
Oh.
Because then like the cells, I don't know, something in your nails takes on the water and basically your nails expand.
Oh.
And then you paint them, and then when they like dry and go back to normal size, then the polish starts lifting up.
You know, that makes so much sense, and all my life I just assumed I was just really hard on my nails.
So I don't soak them. I do use I have a cuticle remover. I think it's from Orly, but it's just in a little bottle with a brush, and so I just brush it on, and then I use this nifty cuticle pusher from Ulta.
The little pusher backer.
Just to, the pusher backer to push them back. And then, so I think it was Kelly Marissa, maybe is her name, YouTuber, nail polish person, is who like I first started watching when I was like, okay, I'm too old to not know how to paint my nails. But she always says to use like a nail dehydrator. I think she just uses rubbing alcohol, but I'm not super down to put rubbing alcohol on my skin if I don't have to. But I always take nail polish remover and like go over my nails to dry them out before I paint them.
Oh my God.
So oil also would definitely interfere with nail polish lasting. Sorry, I just blew Tara's mind. I just blew the mind of the nail polish queen.
You've rendered me speechless. Like I have my whole life, I thought I just was doing something wrong with my hands.
Well, you
Wow.
were, but mostly in the nail polish prep process.
I am like,
So I cuticle pushback situation, wash my hands with soap and water, file my nails to the best of my inept ability, and then nail polish remover to dry my nails. And then base coat, whatever, paint my nails, top coat. And then when my nails are fully dry, like I did them today, so tonight, then I will use my like cuticle oil and hand cream and everything.
damn.
I used to do the oil first, but then like I still needed to use the nail polish remover to dry my nails before I painted them, so I felt like it was counterproductive and that the oil wasn't really working. So I just do
You are
it
an
at the
endless
end.
endless wealth of wisdom.
Currently I'm testing out this, not really testing out, I got a sample of the Anchor and Heart Lacquer Sirens Cure Cuticle Cream when I used their base coat. What is this called?
Mm-hmm.
It's called the Iron Anchor 5 free strengthening base coat, but that's what I use as my base coat. And when I ordered it, I got a little sample of the
Nice.
cream.
I'm
sorry, I like exploded your brain.
Damn, like that is so great. I can't wait to do my nails again. Nail polish remover. Speaking of, do you care what kind you use? Like, do you use acetone free or acetone full?
I think it's 100% pure acetone.
Yeah, okay, cool. Same. Because when you put glitter on your nails,
if you've got glitter or like textured nail polish of any kind, especially I love Cadillacer, one of my favorite brands, and they all have like little flecks and specks and glitter and shit. You're not getting it off without pure acetone.
No, acetone or get out. Okay, that's cool. I thought you were gonna tell me that you use like, I don't know, hydrating, moisturizing nail polish remover.
They don't work. I actually bought on Polish Pickup. I ordered, I forget the name of the brand, but it was like you like used 100% pure acetone and like dumped it in to like add hydrating stuff to your nails. It sucks. I mean,
okay, good.
I'm sure it's a great product, but like I added it to my 100% pure acetone and now it doesn't take off my nail polish.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just try, like I take breaks and I use like a strengthening treatment.
Mm-hmm.
Let me find it. It's their 5 free deep nutrition base coat. But basically I do 2 coats and then every other day for like a week I'll do another coat and then wash it off.
Yeah, I dig that. But yeah, I always tend to just go for more low budget stuff.
I gave you no warning that I would ask this question because I just thought of it. But are you in reach of most of your nail polish?
Oh, it's all in front of me.
Okay. What are you like 3 or 5 of your all-time favorites?
All-time favorite colors. Great question, Beka.
You answer while I slightly move to my left and get all my nail polish.
Okay, I can do that because I'm currently grabbing mine. I have my first one and it's Essie. It's one of their Luxe Effect ones called Rock at the Top, and it's just like a chunky gold glitter. It's just a clear base with chunky gold glitter, and I use it whenever I want to do like a glitter ombre, or like I said, when I add glitter to matte shadows, I reach for like individual clear glitters like this. So that is definitely one of my favorites. The Black Heart Beauty one from Hot Topic, shockingly, is one of my favorite ones ever. It's just called Super Glitter, and I love the little skull packaging. And then I think the last one that I'm going to show you is also a glitter, just because at the end of the day, like that's mainly what I use on my nails. Oh my god, did I get rid of it? Oh, it's gone.
What was it?
Okay, so Five Below sells this brand called Funky Fingers.
Amazing.
And they're so affordable. It's like $2 or $3. I think it's $3 if you buy one and then $2 if you buy 3 of them. And they had this like amazing chunky rainbow glitter that was amazing for stamping on with like the little wedge sponge thing.
Mm-hmm.
It was like my favorite, and I think I used it all and I dried it out and it's gone now. So yeah, I'm gonna give you those 2 and just wrap it at 2. But can I also tell you a short story about this nail polish brand called Knobby Colors?
Always.
Okay. Back in high school, there was a store called Metro Park in my local mall, and it was one of those like Jersey Shore type styles where they had like, I don't know, just picture your tap out shirts and, picture the Jersey Shore. And it was very expensive, and I used to go there on the weekends with friends, and I didn't get much, but at the counter they had this brand called Knobby Color, and it was this chunky gold glitter, kind of like this. I don't think I have the other two colors, so I destashed a lot of nail polish when I moved. Picture this, but in gold, and it was my favorite nail polish on this planet because it had like gigantic gold flakes in it mixed with little ones. It was very like multi-dimensional, and it had like a rainbow sheen to the gold. Like it wasn't just gold, it was like a very multifaceted gold reflective situation. And it was my favorite nail polish of all time, and I bought it and I used it all the time, and I kept it for years, even though it was definitely like, don't use this anymore, just because I loved it so much. And the brand went missing, like you couldn't find it anywhere, it wasn't online. And then just out of nowhere they reappeared, and like the nail polish itself when I bought it at Metro Park was like $15. It was very expensive, and I remember that was like,
Wow, that's a lot even like now. That's
yes,
crazy.
I remember it was a very expensive nail polish. Like I never did things like that. And then I found the brand again, and this was like $3. So I don't know what happened. It's the same logo. Like I know that. I know it's the same brand, but like they must have went through some ridiculous transformation.
Yeah.
So I bought 3 of them. I got rid of the gold, but I have the blue, and I had the silver, but I think I got rid of that too because it wasn't the same.
Oh, a different
Like
formula.
the glitter chunks and sizes are the same, like still very multifaceted size wise, but it's just like very one dimensional with like the color shift now. It was like the most disappointing thing ever. And I reached out to the brand, and it was really weird because they also like disappeared on social media. I remember I posted this whole thing where I was like, I love this so much, and I had like reached out to the brand and talked to them, and they're like, oh, that's so great to hear. And then like a month later they just went missing.
Shady.
Knobby Colors. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to look it up now that we've mentioned it. Anyway, I digress. What are your favorite nail polishes? Because that was mine.
I pulled out like, I have so much nail polish next to me right now. Okay. I picked a couple. I actually really love this. This is from Painted Polish. I got it on Polish Pickup, which means it was a limited edition, but I think that they have something else like it. I believe the theme for that month was Urban Legends, and this shade is called Scotchy Scotch Scotch. I don't remember the story.
It's from Anchorman.
Is it?
Yeah.
What does that have to do with Urban Legends?
I don't know.
Maybe it was a different month. But anyway, it's this like super intense glitter top coat, basically.
It looks very like multi-chromy in the camera, is it?
Yeah, it's definitely gold, but it's got a really interesting shade to it. And a lot of the times if we need to go somewhere, but I've got like a strengthening treatment on, or if I just have neutrals, like I'll put this on top.
I love it.
This is probably my favorite nail polish of all time, which is Lacquer Winter Berries. And it's another one of those, it's that crelly thing that I was talking about, where it's sort of like a milky, semi-sheer, kind of like a light gray. And then it has these, they go from like gold to green to red. I mean, it basically looks like when the leaves fall.
Real pretty.
And are dead in winter, but it's like one of my all-time favorites. I think that this shade does not exist anymore, but I've held on to it because I've basically spent the last several years trying to find a full-size dupe. But this is Ibiza Blues from Ciate, and it's this really cool light blue shade. My camera is not good enough for this. But I think when I like very first started painting my nails, I tried Ciate because, I don't know, they're cute.
They're cute, and they sell them at like Home Goods really cheap. You sent me a lot of Ciate ones, actually.
So they used to sell them at Sephora, and then Nick got me like their advent calendar one year. And so I ended up with a lot of doubles, which is why
that explains the minis.
You have a bunch. And also a lot of them were like intense glitters that I was like, I'm never going to use them, but Tara will use them all.
Literally.
So I don't know if this is actually one of my favorite nail polishes. I mean, the color is, but it certainly inspired a lot of other blue eyeshadow purchases in search of something like this. I especially, not especially in the winter, anytime, I really like thermal polishes that like change colors with hot water or cold water.
I've never tried one.
Cirque Colors nails them. Like, they're so responsive and they're so good. And this one is called Rothko Red, and it goes from like, what's their actual color description? It's like a deep oxblood to like a, what is it, like pillar box red, like old school Hollywood, like when you think of Hollywood red nail polish. And it shifts. And if you have longer nails, it's really cool because the part of your nail that's like not directly on your skin will be the darker shade. So like you'll have a natural gradient. My nails are pretty short because I break them all the time, but. And the other last shade I picked out is Conundrum also from Lacquer, which is this like light pink shade, and it has these cool blue.
Oh, that looks so pretty.
Laces. I have a nail polish highlight on my Instagram, but maybe we can both link some pictures in the blog post for this episode.
Yeah, I'm really excited to do something like that because I also want to talk about the 2 nail accounts. I follow a lot of nail accounts, but there's 2 that I've been following for like years now. Whenever I want to do something, I like kind of just save it. And like, you know how Instagram, you can save posts?
Yes, I have so many saved.
Yeah, I have like a nail inspo one, but 2 of my favorite accounts are Nina Nailed It. She has her own nail wrap brand or like collaborates with the brand. And she does really like cool tropical designs. And then there's this girl that I followed forever. Her username is Tiny Brushes. She's also a graphic designer, and she does like the coolest.
That name sounds familiar.
She's really cool. She does like, I don't know, just like neat designs where it's not like the most focused precision, like no taping off of things. It's like all freestyle, like art kind of drawn nails, if that makes sense.
I think that's what I struggle with. My brain is like, no, everything has to be like perfect lines. I mean, you see me write for the podcast. Like I'm painfully consistent, guys, is what we're saying. Anyway.
I have chaotic energy, so.
Any other nail polish loves, thoughts, something that you hate, anything you'd like to add on the nail polish subject?
I don't think so. Just a tip that if you're going to do glitter, to use the sponges. Because otherwise what you're doing is putting like all of the clear coat with the glitter polish on your nails like 4 times in a row, making it like 4 times as thick as it needs to be. So just put glitter on a sponge and dab it on.
You're so smart.
And like that way, because what the sponge does is absorbs the clear nail polish part of it, and literally just turns it into like a nail polish stamp.
That's brilliant. Okay, so what we've learned is don't soak your nails.
I love it. Oh my God.
Dry your nail bed before you paint them. So like extra wipe with the nail polish remover, or no, I'm not going to say rubbing alcohol. Don't do that. Just use acetone. It's fine. And use a foam sponge guy for glitter.
Mm-hmm. Super cheap. These things are like $2 from Ulta, or like not even, just go to Target. I still can't believe you like blew my mind with that, because I literally every time soak my nails.
Sorry we didn't do this sooner.
It's incredible. I'm so happy right now.
I one-upped the nail polish queen, and
I'm so happy right now.
I've never been so pleased with myself.
And then make sure for this episode, if you are listening to us or watching us, if you're hearing the words that we are saying, make sure you check out the blog post accompanying this one, because we are both going to go in on accounts that we love and in past work, because nail polish is something we are both ferociously passionate about.
Yeah, I'll link some websites where I get a lot of my indie polishes, like brands like, or websites like What's Up Nails have like a lot of brands in one space, so you don't have to like order individually from each website. But our blog is beautybirdspodcast.com, facebook.com/beautybirdspodcast, Twitter @beautybirdspod, Instagram @beautybirdspodcast, and like and subscribe and leave reviews. and say lovely things and message us and talk to us. Like, we like comment on shit. We want to talk to you guys. And I think that covers everything, and we'll see you next week. Or
Yeah.
we'll talk at you next week.
Stay inside. Wash your hands.
Wash your hands. Painting your nails is a good excuse to stay inside. I don't know. Stay inside. Don't touch your face. Wash your hands. Don't be near other people that aren't in your house. And if you, like me, live 2 miles from your best friend, you can leave stuff outside your front door so she can pick it up, and then she can leave stuff for you, and then you guys don't have to worry about
That's actually really adorable.
being within 6 feet of each other. I gave her some banana bread muffins and some baba ganoush and some caviar this morning.
God.
And she dropped off bacon and some spindrift and these chocolate oat bars that she made.
Oh, that is so good. You guys are adorable. I love that. I wish I lived close to you. That way we could do a food exchange as well.
I know. I do have a package for you, though. Okay. Stay safe. Stay inside. Listen to us talk at you. And
subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Subscribe to the podcast. Listen to the podcast. And don't forget to check out beautybirdspodcast.com. We always do a blog post for every episode where we link all the products that we mention, any like YouTubers or influencers that we mention, alternating photos of our dogs, and in this instance, also lots of pictures of our nails if you have like a fetish for that or something.
What? Yeah, okay, so come hang out with us because we're all quarantined together and everybody's getting really lonely and bored, so tell us something fun about yourself.
Yeah, comment on things, like, subscribe, interact, and we'll see you next week.
Peace out.
Love you, bye.